There's 3 simple activities that you can use your one-page success plan for that will dramatically increase accountability at your company. What are those 3 things? I'll share them with you in just a moment. Hey, it's Mark from Lead with Purpose. Now, before I get to those 3 things, we're in the second week of June, so this is just a quick reminder to make sure that you've set your Q2 to Q3 transition meeting. Now, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, this is a half-day session where you and your team come together and talk about all the success that happened in Q2 and talk about your progress to the midpoint of 2018. It's also going to be a time where you're going to set a really strong vision of what success looks and feels like in Q3. So make sure you've set that half-day session in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So what are the 3 things that you can use your one-page success plan for that will dramatically increase accountability at your company? Well, those 3 things are listed in the New York Times best-selling book by Patrick Lencioni. The book's called The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. I'm going to hold up a copy of it here for you. Now, our team just went through and read it, and if you have not read this or you haven't read it in a while, I highly recommend that you and your team go through it. It's a great read. Now, I want to focus on dysfunction number 4, which is lack of accountability. And Lencioni describes accountability as the willingness of team members to hold each other accountable to performance or behavior that's detrimental to the team. And why is it so hard for us to hold each other accountable? There's 2 major factors I've seen. The first factor is when there's ambiguity. You know, when there's lack of clarity around the goals that are most important or the values of the company that define the behavior that's considered acceptable. When we have ambiguity around those things, it's hard for us to hold each other accountable. The second thing is, even when it's crystal clear, here's the goals I need to accomplish and crystal clear about the values, when we have to address someone and have an uncomfortable conversation, it raises conflict, and we're not really good at conflict. But hopefully the one-page success plan, you have a common purpose and a shared vision that's much bigger than any individual. And so hopefully that makes it easier for you to address conflict. Now, the 3 things that he lists in the book that help you to achieve more accountability at your company, they include this. Number 1 is, he says to publicize your goals and your standards. Well, guess what? On your one-page success plan are your standards. These are your values of what's considered acceptable behavior amongst employees and between employees and customers and vendors. So it clearly states the 5 values, those are your standards. On your one-page success plan is clearly publicized your quarterly goals. Your quarterly goals prioritized from most to least important, and each one in a department, and those quarterly goals tie up to annual goals. So your one-page success plan has on it, and it's publicizing your goals and your standards. Second thing is, he says, make sure you do simple and regular progress reviews. And make sure those progress reviews and updates are both verbal and written. Now, in your daily meeting, you're meeting with your team to talk about the progress you made yesterday and the progress you expect to make today. You do that in your daily meeting. You do that in the weekly meeting. You do that in the monthly, the quarterly, and the annual meeting. These are simple and easy ways for you to give the verbal progress updates to the team on your goals. Second thing is, he says, make sure you do them written also. Now, the weekly progress review email goes out every single week, and you just click on the image and you can give a written update of the progress you've made in the last week and the vision for what you're going to try to accomplish in the next week. The one-page success plan and the weekly progress report help you to have a simple and easy way to do regular progress reviews. The final thing he talks about is make sure you have team rewards. When we have team rewards, we put more pressure on ourselves, more peer pressure on ourselves to make sure that we get done what we need to get done to contribute to the team reward. And it's also much more likely that someone's not going to hang back. They're actually going to address conflict or address performance that's hurting the team. So have a team reward, and I highly recommend during the Q2 to Q3 transition meeting that you put on the one-page success plan, if we complete a certain number of goals or a certain percentage of goals, that the team will get this reward. All right, so there's 3 things that you can use your one-page success plan for to help dramatically increase accountability at your company. Now, if you're doing these things already, that's fantastic, and it's been a great review for you. If you're not doing them, these will make a huge impact in your company. Let's review those real quick again. Number 1 is publicize your standards and goals. Number 2 is have a simple and easy way to do progress reviews. And number 3 is set team rewards. All right, Mark Kohler signing off, and I'm encouraging you to go out today and lead with purpose.